Hello and welcome. On today's video, I am going to share my experience of learning this subject AQU3201 Life Fit Culture by Dr. Wan Nurul Nadia. My name is Muhammad Anas bin Ibrahim. I am a student of University Malaysia Terengganu. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, what is life fit? Life fit is actually a small organism, include all phytoplankton and zooplankton, live grazed upon by economically important fishes. Phytoplanktons are generally eaten by zooplankton. Thus, phytoplankton form the basis of the food chain. Live food are able to swim in water column and are constantly available to fish and shellfish larvae and to stimulate the larvae feeding response. So, is live food is important? Yes, as feeding to fish at larvae stage. They also play a major part of the diet for the fish larvae. A good nutrition value give benefit to cultured stock growth. They also make a disease-free healthy cultured stock. And it's easily to culture and economically upon high demand in aquaculture field. So, what is the constraint in live feed? Although it's easily to culture, some live feed are not easy to maintain the culture as they need to be harvested quickly and some has to be done daily. Once the live feed die, almost the whole culture will crash. Therefore, if the batch is dead, it need to restart the culture again. The culture need to take a good care or else it will carry disease to larvae. So, in this subject, I have learned 8 types of live feed. First is microalgae. Microalgae is a species found in freshwater and seawater. They are unicellular alga species that may either live singly or in colonies. Second is copepod. Copepod can be found everywhere in water. They have a unique zigzag movement or twerking. They are actually a small aquatic crustacean. Third is Cladocera. Cladocera is a freshwater zooplankton. They have many species, for example, Moina and Daphnia. Moina is smaller than Daphnia, but Daphnia have a closed brood pouch compared to Moina, which is open brood pouch. And fourth is rotifer. Rotifer can produce in a large quantity. They use for marine larvae species, and it is suitable for most fish mouth. Fifth is bloodworm. Bloodworm can be found in stagnant water. They are not a true worm. It is hard to control the culture. Sixth is Artemia. Artemia is also known as brine shrimp. To culture, they need to hatch the seeds. Seeds can last up to 3 years. Seventh is Throckophore. Throckophore is a free-swimming larvae of marine annelid and mollusks. They are very small, around size 50 micrometer, and they are suitable for larvae. And finally, the eighth is Tubifac. Tubifac is a worm, and they are a true worm. They can be found in dirty condition. They are not suitable for fish larvae due to its big size. So, my opinion, if I am an aquaculturist who want to start a live feed culture, which live feed culture will I select? For me, it will be Artemia culture. Why? because Artemia is easy to culture. The time taken to harvest is short. For example, if I want to feed my fish larvae tomorrow, I will only need 24 hours to hatch the Artemia cyst. Plus, the cyst can be stored in a long period if it was kept in a dry place. The culture method? So, I am going to share my personal experience in culturing Artemia. It was done in a small scale at my home to feed my beta larvae. It was quite simple and easy. First, all we need to do is pour 250 ml of unchlorinated water. Then, add 1 tablespoon of salt. Let the water rest with a vigorous aeration. After the salt solute, add 1/4 teaspoon of Artemia cyst. Let it rest for 24 hours. Make sure to keep the aeration vigorously all the time. If the Artemia was already hatched, we can see it attracted to the light near the bottom bottle lid. Meanwhile, the shells are floating. Therefore, we can already harvest the Artemia. So, what can I conclude from this subject? I can see that the importance of live feed in aquaculture, as they play a major role in earlier fish stage growth. If live feed culture was managed well, it can lead to a successful fish health. A good live feed culture will determine the fish growth rate and production. So that's all for me. Thank you for watching my video.